Sparka.com/YouTube. Sparka.com/YouTube, advanced YouTube guerrilla marketing strategies for professionals. In this episode, we're going to go through how to market yourself on YouTube as an expert to drive sales. Basically, how to sell on YouTube. Now, we all know that everybody buys from experts. That's just how it is. Anybody can pull your tooth. A barber can pull your tooth, but you'd rather go to a dentist. Now, before we go into this video, if you've seen any of our other videos, I'm going to ask you right now to give us a thumbs up, because you probably forgot to, or we were both too busy by the end of the last video to give us a thumbs up. So I'd really appreciate your like. It helps us be found, and it helps small business owners, entrepreneurs that are struggling to grow their business in this economy, find this information. So we appreciate that thumbs up. And I think that like button is down here. There are only two requirements, two prerequisites for being able to create a conversion on YouTube. And then there are three components to being able to optimize your conversion rate. And when we say conversion, we're referring to either a sale or a user registration or a subscription, whatever it is, that's your end goal for monetization. That's the conversion. And when we say optimize your conversion rate, we're talking about how many people have to watch your video before you get the desired result. Do 1,000 people have to watch your video to generate one sale, or generate one new user registration, or generate one new download? Or is it 500? Is it 100? Is it 50? If your conversion rate is 1 in 50, that means that, well, if you have 1,000 people that actually saw your video, you've got a whopping 20 sales with just 1,000 video views. That's pretty decent. We're going to talk to you about what's required to generate those conversion rates. So first, how do you use YouTube as an expert to generate a sale? There are two prerequisites to be able to create that conversion. Number one, it's demonstration of expertise. I'm going to leave that up to you. You know your field, you know your industry, you know your product. Demonstrate it though. Have you ever seen Will It Blend? They demonstrate. Look it up if you haven't seen it after you watch this whole video. They actually demonstrate how the product works, and they explain it so that the viewer can get a sense that, wow, I'm actually watching someone who really knows what they're talking about. I'm not going to listen anymore. I just want the results. I don't care how it works. I just want it to work. You've got to create that. Part two, you've got to build rapport. You've got to smile a lot. We all know that auto mechanic that it's just amazing, but he's an auto mechanic Nazi, kind of like the soup Nazi. He's amazing at what he does. He's an expert. He's got 20 certifications, but his personality just sucks. His personality stinks, so you don't want to work with him. He's been able to demonstrate his expertise to you, however, he hasn't built rapport with you. The second prerequisite is rapport. Sales execs, sales engineers do it in person, by appointment, on the phone, to generate one sale. But on YouTube, it's on autopilot, and it works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, worldwide. How you know it works? People fall in love with someone that they've never even met in person just because they liked him in a movie. If you can demonstrate expertise and build rapport in a YouTube video, you've got a new customer. It's as simple as that. But now, the second part of this equation, how many of these views does it take to actually generate a sale? For most people, it takes 2,000 to 3,000 views to get one sale, if any. And this is what you're doing wrong. From here on out, we're going to make this the single straight man's advanced YouTube marketing strategies for professionals version. We'll make the women's version and the gay guys version next. Conversion and maximizing your conversion rate. Okay, so if you see a gorgeous girl all alone at a bar, you're going to walk up to her and you're going to try and take her home. That's the conversion. Taking her home or to a hotel or motel, that's the conversion. However, if you're not getting the vibe that she's buying right now, she's not convertible right now, then you at least want to walk away with, well, her phone number, her contact information. Maybe she's expecting a friend to show up and she doesn't want her friend to think anything. Maybe her friend knows that she has a boyfriend. Maybe she likes you, but just can't walk away for whatever extenuating circumstances. You can't make the conversion right now, so what you do is you walk away with a contact number. This is real basic psychology, and yet when it comes to marketing, all the instinctual skills that you have in picking up girls at a bar, don't get applied. Finally, what if you can't even get a phone number? Then you downgrade a little bit further and just go for that conversation. Conversation, you use a loss leader, a drink, a $5 drink. You don't get her a Grey Goose. That just imposes on her, and it makes her feel like you're trying to show off. You have to compensate for some inadequacy on your part by getting her a top shelf drink. Get her a well drink, a disgusting kombucha vodka martini or something, and put it in front of her and get a conversation going. Now the upsell starts to happen. You've got the conversation, you can start to shine now. You can start to show her how interesting and amazing you are, how desirable you are to continue talking with, so then you do the upsell. By the way, I enjoyed the conversation. I'd love to get your phone number, maybe we can talk some other time. You'll get that conversation another time. And the only way you did it was by downgrading and then upselling back. Finally, after you use that phone number 4, 5, 6 times, bada bing. Use the same strategy, use the same formula in YouTube. There are 3 different conversion points. In your YouTube video, as you're explaining your expertise, whether you're an accountant, you're a teacher, you're trying to sell a new product that you're demonstrating how well this works over your competitor, whatever it is, as you're demonstrating it, you go for 3 things. Number 1, you go for the goal. You go for that conversion. You ask them, hey, buy now, because we're running out of inventory, we've got a sale going on. Whatever it is, create, by the way, a little side point, people do not act on desire. If people acted on desire, everyone would be working 18 hours a day and rich. They don't work on desire. They don't act on desire. They work out of fear. They act out of fear. That's why everyone is just working from paycheck to paycheck. They're just afraid of losing their rent, their house, their car. So they work just enough to overcome that fear. That's human psychology. Use that to your advantage to drive that conversion. Don't say, hey, look at how beautiful this is. Don't you want this? Say, what would happen if you didn't have this? And tell them that, hey, the guy that does have this new watch or this new jacket is going to walk away with that girl at the bar. Sell using fear, not desire. So that's a side point. Next, if you do not get that conversion right there, if you fail for whatever reason, and most of the people that you contact through this YouTube video, most of the people that see your YouTube video are not going to buy from you. Get their contact information. That's downgrading step number 1. Get their contact information. You do that either, best is email. Even better than that, technically, a cell phone number. In some way, shape, or form, try and get their email address or a cell phone number. If you can't do that, then in this downgraded version, the lowest echelon of this downgraded version is getting them to subscribe. When you get them to subscribe, just say, and if you're not ready to buy now, then at least subscribe, because we've got a lot more secrets for you and a lot more demonstrations that'll amaze you and show you what can be done. I think the subscribe button is up here somewhere if you're using our YouTube channel. If you're on some other YouTube page, I think the subscribe button is here. Do that, physically do that. Then finally, part 3, the lowest downgrade that you can get is a like. That like, by the way, you have to ask for that like in the beginning of your video. Now you think, wait, that's totally counterproductive, counterintuitive. It's not, and here's why. People are antsy. People are anxious. They're fidgety at the beginning of your video because they came here with the expectation and they're patiently waiting on the promise of your being able to deliver. So they've got all this nervous energy in the beginning. So ask for the like in the beginning and then leave a long pause. And they'll use that nervous energy and their fidgetiness to do something, and that's click like. Number 2 reason, 10% of your viewers actually watched your entire video all the way through. Literally, only about 10% watched your whole video. So if you've got 1,000 views on your YouTube video, guess what? Only about 100 of them saw the end of your video. So what does that mean? At the end of the video, if you ask for a like, and let's say you got 10 likes out of 1,000 video views, because you asked for it at the end, well, if you had asked for that same like at the beginning, you'd get 10 times more. You'd have 100 likes. Now here's where the upsell starts to happen. Every time someone hits like, either they're going to automatically publish that video to their Facebook or their Twitter. So now, 3 days later, they come back to their Facebook or their Twitter and they notice, oh, that's right, I did watch this video. I didn't subscribe, I didn't buy, but I remember that I had a thought and I want to go back to this video. Also, because it's social and it's sharing, their 200-300 friends are also going to see this video. That's how important the like is. So the first stage of that upsell is to get them to like, and then now they're going to subscribe. If they've seen 2 of your videos and they love your videos, they're going to be a subscriber. Not only are they going to be a subscriber, if they know for a fact that, hey, I'm not going to be a regular YouTube user and I'm not going to watch the YouTube subscription screen, they'll actually opt in and give you their cell phone number or their email address because, well, they want to be alerted when your next video is out. Now that you've got their contact information, you contact them enough and deliver enough expertise and create enough rapport repeatedly. Bada bing. If you need any help doing this, we have expert spokesmodels, spokespeople, and a camera crew that can do this for you. Talk to us at sparkah.com, sparkah.com/marketing. Or if you're not ready to buy yet, then we recommend that you subscribe. We have tons of secrets on our YouTube channel that are more advanced than this, and that is you'll be able to find the button up here, or if you're using a different YouTube page than our main channel, then the subscribe button is going to be here somewhere, I think.